Phrasing!
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Hey, it's Geek Public Radio right here on geekpublicradio.com.
Sorry. You knew I was going to do it again.
He always does that, and he throws me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's right before Gen Con.
Yay!
Woohoo! We have some happy gamers.
Woohoo! Sorry, I had to take the mic away. All right.
We have a group of happy gamers who are sitting here, can't wait. So this week we're going to talk about a little bit of stuff that you probably already got done, but it's the things you need to make sure you bring with you.
That's right.
Well, we already talked about that one.
No, we did, but we have a part 2.
Yeah, part 2. And we're going to talk about the things that you need to do and see while you're there.
Yes. You definitely need to see me.
No, you don't.
I'm a highlight.
And I feel sorry for you.
I feel sorry for Gen Con. I can't believe they pay me for this.
But yes, we will be there in full force. In fact, Wednesday, of course, we're recording it today. It's Monday.
Yep.
It'll be up either Monday night or Tuesday. Wednesday, we are heading down picking up our tickets.
Yes, we are.
And I don't
Not
know
me.
about you.
Why aren't you coming?
Because, well, I can go with you, but I've already got my ticket.
Oh my god, my ticket.
That sexy little thing
I
in
asked
my
why
room.
she wasn't coming, and she had nothing to say.
Phrasing!
It's your fault.
Oh, wow. That's wrong on like 5 different levels. That was a joke 3 times.
So, the one thing that I'm making sure that I hit this year is the Sun King Tap Party on Georgia Street.
Yes. I mean, mainly because booze, but also Sun King.
It's good.
Well, my favorite beer in the world
That's my
is
lunch
Free.
time there.
Have you heard of that brand? Free?
No.
It's my favorite beer.
Because I always end up being the one paying for it.
Well, it's still my favorite. My second favorite is Cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold free beer.
Free beer is my favorite. Then it's cold beer.
Then it's free cold beer.
Yeah, then it's free cold beer. Well, I mean, that
So
would be
wouldn't
the
free
best.
cold beer be your favorite?
That's technically my favorite. Yeah.
And then free and then cold?
Any combination of those words.
Yeah,
Beer,
so-
cold, and free. I don't care what order it's in.
So yes, we are going to be rocking out at Gen Con. So come see us. We'll be walking around with camera gear and or microphones and or other stuffs.
You're going to have to look at our ugly mugs.
Uh-huh.
So let's get into it.
I blame Hillary.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Okay, so
Anyway.
Things you should bring with you to Gen Con. A thick skin, because there will be lots of comments.
So you said you had a couple more ideas on what to bring with you.
I did?
Yeah,
Oh.
this is part two.
Part 2.
Part two.
You know what? It was a great movie? Hot Shots Part 2. Anyway. Yeah, so bring your smiling faces. Not for any particular reason, but because the world is a much better place when you smile.
Bring your costumes.
Yes.
I'm super excited to have my camera there and
I was
taking
getting
pictures
to
of
that,
all the
and she
cosplay
just jumped
stuff.
in, but that's fine. That's fine. You just take it. That's fine.
Well, tough shit. Deal with it.
Yeah, you know what? Bring some costumes. There are going to be the thousands and the tens of thousands of people that are attending this event. This is a great chance for you just to kind of be whoever you want to be. Imagine. Do you want to be a superhero? Do you want to be a superhero princess? Do you want to be a princess who saves a superhero? Whatever
Can I
you
just
want to
be a princess?
You're always a princess.
I know.
Aw. Yeah, okay. That's your one nice comment. You get none for the rest of the show.
Aww.
No, so in any case, yeah, dress up and honestly, no matter where you go,
That's what catches my attention.
no matter where you go, you're going to hear criticism for something or another. So just have a little bit of a thick skin. I'm being genuine about that. Bring some thick skin, because there are going to be people who are going to say things, but the majority of us, if we see that kind of behavior, we're going to call them out and then tell
usually.
you how awesome you are. So.
Just like, well, they
'Cause-
look better than
'cause
your frumpy
geeks-
dump ass.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, oh, so they wore a costume, but somehow you think that your T-shirt and shorts give you the right to make fun? No.
Yeah. Shut your pie hole.
Please. The only reason you have shorts on that low is because your dick doesn't hang past your ball line. But
What?
Well, there's
Tiny
that.
tiny dick. They wear short.
Yeah, but then they can
bicycle
wear short shorts.
Yeah, they can wear short shorts, but they got tiny.
But you said long,
little tiny
which would imply that they were long shorts.
The only reason your shorts are that long. Whatever. Shorts are that short. Shorts are that long.
Now over here
I mean, if you're
singing-
measuring it, you're measuring how long it is. So, I mean, technically, it doesn't matter the length at that point. So, I guess.
I'm over here.
You know what? You're
singing,
being pedantic.
"Ooh,
You know what I
wear
meant.
short
All right.
shorts."
How about that?
Anywho, so
Anyways, so bring some short shorts.
And some hair, according to Topher over there.
if you're wearing short shorts, you gotta.
Nair for short shorts.
I think I will be picking up a kilt this year. I might just make my own kilt. Some clear plastic Walmart bags.
Let's not.
I will be rocking my kilt.
We don't want people to be
excited.
running away from the event.
I will be
To
rocking
my hotel
kilt.
room?
No.
Yes, we do.
No.
So I'll
Only
be
in
rocking.
your imagination, dear.
I'll be
That's a
rocking
great
my
place.
my kilt and my HP Lovecraft Mechanics T-shirts.
You love that shirt.
I have two of them.
Jacket, shirt thing.
Now. I have
Is
two
that
of them.
considered a jacket or a shirt, by the
No,
way?
it's a mechanic shirt. It's
Okay.
a work shirt.
All right. So it's a
It's
a
a Dickies.
Cthulhu uniform.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Is it really old? That's a Cthulhu joke. That's actually a Lovecraft joke, technically.
But yeah, so the I got my Black Go to the Tavern or Black Go to the Wood Tavern shirt,
Nice.
and then the one that just has like the Cthulhu skull on it.
I love every time. Excuse me. I love every time you do that. By the way, you have your hand dangling underneath, and then you're doing it right above your nipple to show people where it's at. So it just looks like you're playing with your nipple.
He's tickling his titty.
He really is. All right, now he has a mouth
Would you
snake.
quit telling people my secrets?
No, we don't have any secrets. We're on the radio. The only secret we have is how good we look.
Yeah. Well, you'll be on video soon.
It won't be a secret anymore.
Everybody will know. Ah, damn. You know what? I'm just going to find a male model to actually be me. Keep the mystery alive.
Like the fake authors.
Yes.
They're really just used for the picture on the cover.
So in any case, bring costume to Gen Con. Bring thick skin. I was being pretty serious about that. Bring thick skin to Gen Con. Bring your imagination. Bring good attitude. And honestly, as far as preparedness goes, by the way, if you can get away with it, just trust me when I say this. Bring a little travel toothbrush, whatever little bag you're carrying. Bring a little travel toothbrush, a little thing of mouthwash with toothpaste, because maximize gaming. You got a cup, you're just drinking out of it. Get you some water for the bathroom, a quick little brushy brush.
Like we said
Your
last
breath
time.
doesn't smell. Kick somebody across the room.
Are you expecting to just make out with random girls in the middle of Gen Con?
No, but-
Or guys.
Halitosis is a problem, just like body odor
Yep.
is something you need to.
And
make
listen,
sure.
these are like little things that you can take or leave. Bring breath mints if you don't want to bring toothbrush and toothpaste, but for God's sake, bring something, because that's
I
serious.
figured armpits were a bigger smell concern than their breath.
But if
well-
you're sitting in a booth and you're leaning in talking to somebody,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
You
you,
can
want,
smell
okay.
minty
So if
fresh,
you want us
but
talking
if-
to you, make sure you have breath mints.
Good hygiene in general. Bring good hygiene.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, no, cosplay good hygiene. That's what you're
one
What
of
are you
the,
cosplaying as? Good hygiene. I know it's a rare sight among gamers. But
It's less rare
now.
now than it used to be.
Used
Yeah.
to be
It
the
used to be a stereotypical thing.
well, you
to
had people
be a
who would
stinky
like
gamer.
sleep at the con, like literally, like they would as soon as they got done, they'd go find a corner and pass out, and then wake up and like keep going.
If I had the back for that, I would probably do it too.
Like literally, you'll walk through and you'll see like the window sills, whatever, where they got the little seats or whatever. Like
Yeah.
people just curled up there sleeping.
Well, I see that in the middle of the day. I just assume it's people that are crashing, taking like a cat nap in between events.
Well, you'll get that at night, because when the thing closes down, there's games going on in all the hotels and stuff are still
Yeah.
up and running. People will crash out there and then get up and.
So people just become homeless for a weekend.
Sometimes, yes.
I'm not. I don't see anything wrong with this. I just
No, I mean it's literally they game till they pass out. They find a corner, they crash, they get up and they keep doing
It's
it.
Nerd Christmas.
Well, yeah.
It's a 4-day Christmas.
So I was thinking,
Is
if it's
Nerd
Nerd
Hanukkah?
Christmas,
Oh my God!
Yeah,
yes.
it's more like Nerd Hanukkah because it
I mean-
lasts more than one day.
Nerdonica?
Nerdmas.
So is the vendor hall like? Is that just 4 days of Black Friday for all
Hana
of
Nerd.
the?
It's Hana Nerd.
Is that like 4 days of Black Friday for all the vendors?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Like, it's like, gender spaces, or vendor space, gender spaces.
Say, I know we're in Indiana, but dude, calm down.
Vendor spaces are really expensive.
Oh God,
So,
yes they are.
Come Sunday, that's the day to go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has to ship everything home.
If it's the last
the part,
one,
yeah,
if it's
most
the
of them
last
too.
one on a Saturday, okay, buy it. But if there's like 7 or 8 left, wait till Sunday. They'll still have them. They're not.
Well,
selling
and there's
that
some vendors that will only put out a certain number each day, including Sunday. So that way they're trying to give kind of an even.
way. Everybody an equal shot. To
Yeah.
Now, I do know, with that in mind, though, if they do sell out of a particular item, they'll put more out for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's selling well, they're not going to miss out on it. I wouldn't.
Well,
If I got
since-
10 of something,
since
and
we have
I sell
slid into it,
4 of them, sell some more.
Since we have slid into it, then this is the things that you have to do while you're at the con.
Phrasing.
Just slide right in.
Are we not doing the whole phrasing thing?
No.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
I mean, I'm cool with it, but I feel like we should have had to talk about it at least.
I think somebody should have told me.
Yeah, so things to do at the con.
Yes.
Everything. Just do it all. Get your
Don't
program
be afraid.
guide, take a look at it, and just start there and go, okay, I've got 1 minute for each of these things.
See, I am an old fat guy. So my con consists of going to see cool stuff,
Yes.
stepping outside and eating.
Yes.
Going to see more cool stuff, stepping outside and eating.
Right.
Going to see more cool stuff, vendor hall closed, I come out and have a good dinner, and then I go
Right.
home.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. Do everything.
So when the food trucks are there,
Renegade for life.
hit the pierogi truck. That's
There's a pierogi truck?
yes,
How did
And
you not
it's
see that last year?
awesome.
The only truck I've ever hit was out of desperation because my blood sugar had dropped and I needed to eat something right then. And it was the first truck that I got to, which was a
okay.
pizza truck, which ended up being very good
Oh,
because it was Brooklyn style, and
A
that's
lot of
kind of
the-
my favorite.
A lot of
but
the food trucks out there are really awesome.
Yeah, they're all gourmet food trucks.
Well-
like they're fantastic.
poo on that.
Oh,
You
so
get
also
shawarma.
while you're at the con,
Well, usually when I'm at Gen Con, I am restricted by the party I am with, as I am not this year. And previous years, we would just grab something from the concession stand inside,
Which
means
for-
I've been missing out
which though
for
granted,
3 years.
Granted, if you go to other convention centers and all that stuff, you only really get nachos or hot dogs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like the convention hall food is better, like 10 times better than any other convention
It
center
is.
that I've ever seen.
I usually get their chicken fingers
so I
because
mean,
I don't really eat any other meats. But
but yeah, so
and it's not too
much to
shabby.
their dismay.
but there's so much good food. I mean,
Tube steak and
tasty.
chicken.
I'm fat.
Sorry, I crack myself up sometimes.
On that note,
Glad somebody cracks you up.
no, but a few places that you should try. I always mispronounce it because I don't know the proper pronunciation. The Clada,
Oh, the
Clodagh.
Clodagh?
yeah, the Irish
The
restaurant.
Irish pub. The Clodagh.
It's awesome food, has awesome beer. Those are my two prerequisites.
Those are awesome.
You know, every time I
Tilted
go, I
Kilt
normally for like
also has decent food. The atmosphere's fun because, and now mind
Yeah,
you,
you
it's
got
not
us
really
kicked out
Are
fair.
last
there,
time.
are their kilts tilted?
you got us kicked out.
Are
last
they
time.
short or are they tilted?
I didn't get us kicked out of the
Yes,
Tilted.
yes,
No,
you did.
no, we were throwing. No,
Yeah, you-
she was in on it. I did not get us kicked out. We did not get kicked out. We got yelled at. There's a huge difference. We were throwing coasters and ice at each other, and the waitress and the waiter were all in on it. We were all, and the bartender rather, were all in on it. And we were throwing, and then we were hitting like random people with it.
Management had to get involved. It
Management
was
got
ugly.
involved. It was not. They were.
But it's a fun place.
It is.
Um,
Don't throw coasters.
Where was that place we went last year? They had a really good pretzel. We went down into the basement.
I don't remember.
eat.
I don't remember. I really don't.
I don't either. They had a good pretzel though. So there's this place downtown, and they have a good pretzel.
They have a few good things on the Circle. The Indiana chocolate whatever. I can't remember the name.
I
of
haven't
it.
been, so I don't know what the name of it is.
The place is awesome. So if you're at the convention, hit the circle because there is some cool
there
stuff there.
Absolutely.
Is Potbelly
hit the
still
circle.
there?
Listen, if you're from out of town in any way, shape, or form, hit the circle anyway because Monument Circle is beautiful.
Yeah,
it is
and they
absolutely
light it up
amazing.
at night.
Yeah, it's so great. So check it out.
Well, and there's a little comic place and really cool candy stores. In
Yeah,
that
that's what I was talking
area,
about.
Oh,
Like
my
the
goodness.
Hoosier Chocolate or whatever. I
yeah,
can't remember the name
it's
of it.
the really cool candy store though. They have some old school candy in there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
But there's
Okay.
also at least there should be a
they got nickel
Potbelly's
candy,
right there.
don't they? Like you get candy
so.
for like a
It's
nickel,
not
yeah.
literally a nickel anymore, but yeah.
No, I think you can. No, I think they have like the little
Inflation
sticks, the little candy sticks. I think
don't
they're a
know.
nickel.
But Potbelly's is good, and then of course Pie 5.
Oh God, go to Pie 5. Sweet Jesus, if you want a good pizza, go to Pie 5. Don't even get me started. I'll be here all night talking about Pie 5.
There's a shawarma place just down
yeah,
around the
there's
corner
shawarma.
that we ate there. My wife was like, "I want to try shawarma."
I'm
So-
not familiar.
The end of Avengers, where they ate shawarma.
Apparently, I need to rewatch that movie.
Actually, it was the post-credit scene while they're all sitting there eating shawarma, and
Nobody's really saying anything.
yeah,
They're
everybody's
just
really, and they're like the whole place is just kind of like caved in,
And-
and they're all covered in dust and stuff, and they're just eating shawarma. Like there's a hole in the side of the building. It's really funny.
How do I not remember this?
He even said it like he's laying there, and they pull the thing off and he goes, there's a shawarma place down the road. And he's like,
We should get some shawarma.
oh,
How do I not remember any of this?
we have something to finish. Like, okay, the first that, then shawarma after.
Yeah, that's when Thor took Loki away, and or that was after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Thor, Iron Man. I think Banner was in there, wasn't he?
Mhm.
I think it was Bruce was in there, and then
They were all sitting there, and some were
Oh, yeah.
eating more. You know, like Thor was like,
like taking huge giant bites.
yeah.
And
So
then
my
Banner
wife,
throw his
saw,
coffee mug on the ground.
No.
my wife saw that and was like, I want to try the shawarma. So we went there, and she, like, it's
I'm not a
pretty
fan
good.
of shawarma, so that's why it's not a big deal to me.
I got the Euro because I'm not a big fan of shawarma either.
Oh, okay, but they got some good stuff. Yeah, because shawarma is a Greek food, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
It's like a burrito wrapped with lettuce. And,
There's also
instead
City
of
Market.
Enigma,
yeah,
How far? I don't know how far City Market is from
it's not very far. It's like a few
there,
blocks.
but there's some really good stuff in there too.
Yeah, City Market, which is the strip that's right there.
Which
It's on
is-
Market Street, obviously.
Well, it's right. It's literally right behind the
Yeah,
courthouse.
yeah. It sits on Market Street. City Market literally sits on Market Street.
No, that would just make too much sense.
Anyways, also that's also where a lot of the food trucks are. A lot of like the some of the outside vendor stuff is actually out there on Market Street, right in front of the convention hall. So
Well, they have a whole system down for
Yeah.
those food trucks being there.
they really do. It's actually pretty cool, and there's lots of opportunity, lots of food. Bring a fat wallet.
yeah.
You just be prepared to spend at least $100 because you're probably going to.
Well, on food alone,
Not
like
on
I-
food.
Yeah, just on food.
It's a ritual thing for me. Like Thursday, we hit Choclata. That's our dinner. I do fish and chips and all that other fun stuff and good beverages. Then we hit Dick's Last Resort. We eat.
Oh, is there
there
a Dick's Last Resort downtown?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God, we have to
Around
go.
the corner is
Oh, my
awesome.
God, I didn't realize there was one here. I want to go, and I want to apply. I just want a job there.
I was going to say you'd probably be a really good employee there.
I'll be employee of the month every month because I'm a fucking asshole.
But yeah, so
You could
Dick's.
just go and be yourself every day.
So we hit Dick's, and then we. Yes, phrasing.
I love Dick's.
So we hit Dick's Last Resort. I also hit the Rock Bottom and Hard Rock Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Two good places.
I think Rock Bottom might have been the place that we went to that we were in the.
Oh,
basement.
yeah, I think it was.
Rock-
Yeah.
Is there a basement there?
Yeah.
I can't.
That
Yeah,
you
we went
can
to
eat
Rock
in
Bottom
and
because
play
they
pool
had,
in?
you can
Yeah.
eat play pool. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that might have been where we were at.
We
then.
used to do back in when Gen
I
Con
forgot
first,
when you said basement. That's what I'd forgotten about.
when we first showed up. There was a meeting that happened with certain. It would be like a lunch or a dinner after the convention hall closed. Of all the certain writers that wrote for different publishers, and I'm not going to name names, but there were some pretty decent names in that group. And since I was currently working on a project with my partner, we were actually invited to go sit in with that. So for like 2-3 years in a row, we were sitting in with some of like the bigger names.
Nice.
And talking and listening to them and having a good
Like
time.
gaming writers?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it was actually pretty cool. But it was at the Hard Rock, is in the back little meeting room that we always sat at. So
that'd be fun.
It was really interesting. It made it made you feel cool. You're like you're sitting here with you have the book with their name on it in your backpack, and it's like they're talking mechanics stuff with you. Like, well, yeah. Oh, did you ever try thinking of doing it this way?
Nice.
It's like
That's fun. That would be a lot of fun. That's something I'd probably really get into. Okay, so as far as what else to do at the con,
I blew my load. I always eat and drink.
Yeah, your wife tells me about that all the time.
So how blowing his load, or
Yes.
how he always eats and drinks?
Yes,
Both.
Both.
usually at the same time.
One
of the number one things I think to do, it has a lot to do with how you are as a gamer, but to kind of get your feet wet and figure out how everything's going to work, find a game that you like to play, find out when it's going to be, like who's going to be hosting that particular game, and go play it and get your feet wet. That way you're comfortable, you're kind of used to sitting there with a stranger.
You're breaking the ice in something you're already comfortable with.
Exactly.
Rather than starting with something that you know nothing about, you don't know anybody there.
Right. And if you can find a buddy and run with them, and it makes things a lot easier, so at least have your fallback plan.
I've got an entourage.
Make sure you make time for the vendor hall.
Yes.
I know you got a ton of really fun stuff that's going on and everything, but make sure you spend time walking through, because some games you'll get a sneak peek of.
Like brand new stuff that's about to be released, stuff you can...
Yeah, and you'll check it out, and you'll be able to get first looks and whatnot. So you definitely have to hit the vendor hall for, at least set some time aside. Not only are you able to see some of the new games that are coming out and all that stuff, but you can
check out all the awesome handcrafted items.
Yeah, there's books, and there's the craft stuff. There's
weapons.
All the weapons and the
shiny
costuming
objects like jewelry
and whatnot.
Also, don't forget your cool Gen Con t-shirts.
Well, yeah, and backpacks
and of course, if you get the
holders.
coupon book thing, there's always the free commemorative dice, and then you can get the dice set for like $10 or whatever it is. I think it's usually like $10.
Always have a great time. I have like a stack of Gen Con dice, like from 2007 on.
Nice.
I've known a few people with Gen Con dice.
Well, my ex has them all.
But yeah, so
No.
Even years he wasn't there.
No, definitely the vendor hall. For me specifically, the vendor hall represents all the new stuff that's coming out. It gives you, like you said, the sneak peeks. It gives you first access
game
looks.
testing.
Then you can get into the
pre-ordering.
game testing and stuff like that. And that's a great place to kind of start is the vendor hall, because you look around and you go, okay, Settlers of Catan is trying this new thing, and they're going to have a game. You look in your little program guide, they're going to have a game in vendor hall J. At 9 o'clock tonight, after the vendor hall closes, they're going to have a game about 9 o'clock tonight. It's a great place for me to go check it out before I buy it. Then you come back to the vendor hall tomorrow and you decide you want to buy it. So they do play test all the new games and stuff like that. Not every single one of them that come out, obviously, but they do play test. And a lot of times right there on the floor in the vendor hall, they allow you to play test.
Yeah, when the vendor hall's open, though.
Yeah.
They don't allow people in there after the vendor hall's closed.
No, not after it's closed.
Also, you get some of your favorite writers will be there, and you'll be able to get them to sign some of their
Yeah,
books.
and there's a whole section for that, which is really awesome how they did that. So instead of mixing them in with the random vendors, they actually have an entire section dedicated to the artists and the authors and all of that. So
Well, I was talking about the game designer people. Like, they're sitting at their booths, selling their, like
two.
Sandy Peterson. Sandy Peterson is in his own Cthulhu Wars booth.
Uh-huh.
And this year I'm taking my first edition Call of Cthulhu core book that came in the box set. I'm going to have him sign it.
Nice.
Yeah,
So,
and that's another thing to really pay attention to also is make sure you go to the Gen Con website. Because they've got a lot of stuff there, like who's going to be there. That way you can kind of plan your day a little bit better. So.
Plus, they've been teasing us on their Facebook wall all week. And
Yep.
for the last,
Go
few
in
weeks.
with a plan. or at
Yeah.
least a
general
mild,
idea.
Yeah, general idea. A mildly controlled.
Well, a lot of people
enthusiast.
have I'm going to make sure that I hit X booth first.
Yep.
And so they'll go straight to that booth, and then they just kind of wherever from there. I'm more strategic. I start at one end, and I up and down the entire
Me
thing.
too. I am OCD.
Taking breaks as needed.
I am OCD. I will start at one point, and I'll walk every hall, go all the
I'm
way
gonna
down.
check
And
out
check
booth and
out
check out
every single
everything.
booth.
Excited.
Yep.
This will probably be the year that I get into the X-wing game. The little stand figures and the X-wing that looks so fun. I was playing it last year. My friend Adam's been trying to get me to play it forever, so probably gonna get in there and maybe practice a little bit. And I'm probably gonna actually talk to Adam and see if he'll come down there on like a Saturday night. And we'll use one of the hotel conference rooms. We'll just go up there and play.
Sounds fun.
Illegal, but whatever.
No, the
Semantics. Are you guys staying here? Yeah.
semantics. I'm always up for semantics.
We're technically staying here, right? This
Well, all you have
minute.
to do is find a hotel that a friend is staying at, and just be like, "Yeah, I'm staying in this room," and give whatever your friend's room number is, and then just
Or
hang
just
out
make
in
up
the
a
they
room.
wake,
lobby.
They wake up
Make
at
up
3
a
in the
room.
morning.
Or just go upstairs, like take the elevator up to a random floor, and be like, "Okay, well, they definitely have this room number, so we'll just say we're in that room."
Around 305. Come on.
Right?
Yeah, as long as you stay low enough, I guess you're probably good.
I'm on 13.
Sir, there's no floor 13.
I'm in room 1313.
Well,
14
then they
lower.
lied to me because I totally requested that.
But another one that you want to check out is also the auction hall.
I missed the auction hall last year.
Gen Con auction is one of the best places to get old stuff, older games, and board games, whole box sets, miniatures, card games, anything you need right there. They have a big sign out front that says, what time they're doing what genre, like RPGs, pen and paper RPGs. Last year it was like 3 o'clock on one of the days, so it was like 3 to 4:30 or whatever.
Is it like a silent auction, or is
You
it
just hold your card?
is it a literal?
Yeah, it's you pay $1, you get your card. They have all your information, and then you just bid, and when you win, it goes over, and you go pay your thing off. And
Yep. Pay when you're done, because you pick up more items.
well, they want you to clear the table, so you go.
Oh, okay, so after you're finished, like I said, I missed the auction last year.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's definitely, and then they have the consignment side where you can actually go in and just buy and see what's there and
Buy it straight off the table, kind of.
yeah. So if it doesn't sell in the auction, the first couple of days it goes into there, or people just put it in there, and
Probably where I'll end up.
it is definitely the place to go. I got, you could go in and buy a whole new, like one book of a system in the vendor hall for a brand new game, and then turn around and spend less and buy an entire system at the auction. I did that like 3 or 4 times, like in last year. It was like I'd buy a brand new book and like, oh, this is cool, check it out, and I'd go sit in the auction and buy a whole system for like $10, $15.
Nice.
And it's like, I spent more on one book than I did an entire game system. So definitely.
Well, speaking of discounted books, Half Price Books is usually there too, and they bring their whole gaming section.
Yeah, they do. That is a great place to go.
Troll and Toad is an awesome game store that brings all of their stuff.
I have no
Nice.
idea who that is.
It's you can't miss them. It's literally on their sign. It says Troll and Toad. It has a troll on one side, Toad on the other. But they take up like 3 booth spaces, and just constant bookshelves
Nice.
all the way around.
That might actually be where I picked up the Hyrule Historia book.
I think I've gotten some stuff from there. I just don't recall what the name of it
I
is,
can't
but
remember.
I think I know
there's
which one
also
you're
an
talking
Uncle
about.
Ernie's.
Definitely wasn't that one. I remembered that one.
I
I
think
think I know what one you're talking about.
I
Though.
think there's also an Uncle Ernie's or something like that.
I
There's
just don't
another
remember their
big
names.
game, like used books, game books and whatnot. That fantastic stuff. I hit them and I'm like, just
No, I think I went
Take
to
all my
I think
money.
I went to the Troll and Toad. I think that's where I got the Hyrule Historia book. because I was walking by and I literally looked down, I saw it, and I was like, ooh, it's not $50, it's $25. I'll take that.
Yeah. Some good stuff in there.
That was my splurge gift. I know that sounds really cheap for my splurge gift, but it was because it has absolutely no place in any of my gaming libraries other than to say I have it.
But yeah, so I mean, those are the few things. I know we were gonna. People say don't miss the True Dungeon. They sell out so fast. Like they sold out in a minute and a half.
Jeez.
As soon as tickets went available, they sold out.
What's it called?
True Dungeon.
I've never. No.
It's where you walk.
Have you not heard of that?
I don't know.
You walk through and actually do stuff. It's all set up as a real dungeon.
It's like live action D&D, only
without boppers. You
Yeah.
have to solve riddles and do this stuff, and
It sounds entertaining, but honestly,
you know one of the people that work there, Barry.
oh,
He works at it like every year.
oh, okay.
He loves it.
so they tell you to check that out, but it always.
Well, I haven't ever checked it out, and I'm fine. So
I've heard about it. I haven't checked it out myself, but I've heard about it.
But there's a lot of different stuff going on. But those are the things that I think you need to make sure that
We're boring him.
that you need to go and do, because it's the con is not the con in my eyes, and everybody's different. Everybody goes play. Me, I have to hit the vendor hall. I have to see every single thing that they have, and I have to hit the auction, and I have to eat good food and drink good beer.
Yeah, I've
That's my
done
con.
a couple events, but they've all been like crafting style events.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like a chainmail class one year, and I did a chainmail teddy bear. But I was drugged at the time, so I moved really slow, and I ended up having to take my half-finished project home. I made a magic wand the same year. That was another thing that we did. But there's all kinds of classes, and even if you are bringing your non-gamer significant other with you, there's still classes for them. There's actually spouse classes.
There's a whole spouse section.
There's dancing classes, yoga classes, all kinds of stuff that they can be doing.
Significant other stuff. The first few years we hit the designing games seminars, like how to deciding on a system, creating systems.
Definitely gonna be hitting
Turning your idea into an
copywriting
actual,
law. I hit several of those that talked about how to copyright your stuff, and when
Were
you
these
decide
like
to do
panels or more like a class, or was it like a combination?
It was not really a panel as much as it was a guy up there talking. The copyright was a copyright lawyer who dealt with game copyright issues. Talking about trademarks and how to use systems, what systems you can use and what you need to do to get access to certain systems and this, that, and the other. And, you can't copyright a system. You can trademark or you can patent a dice system, but, not a whole lot of people do that. It was really interesting, and it basically
sounds like a lot of legal jargon that I'd be very interested in, but I think our listeners would just be like,
But I mean, it was
like, we don't care. We're not writing our own game.
But it's really cool. And you had talked to there was one about dice making that we went to.
Nice.
And it was like it talked about it was the guy, I can't remember his name. He created the 100-side dice.
oh, yeah.
We created a ball.
Yeah, and he was like it was known as the dice that rolled forever, and everybody joked and talked about the process of doing that and all this stuff. So there's tons and tons of things there. That was just what we did the first couple of years.
Yeah.
There's a film festival that's been going on for a few years. I've been in it. I've had films in it ever since it started. So check that out. That's in the Westin and the Grand Ballroom. They have films going.
Zoki.
Nice.
Blue Zoki.
Yes.
It's the Zokihedron, by the way.
It's Zachi. It's Zachi.
Zachihedron.
Yes, the Zachihedron. But
Crazy Chris likes to pronounce people's names wrong on purpose because he's an ass like that.
in fact, he had a booth there for several years. I don't know if what happened, but the film festival is something if you need to take a break or whatever, you can actually just pop in there, watch a couple blocks of movies, and you get to rest, you get to see something cool, you still in the con, and then you can bounce out and hit everything else. So
Nice.
there's a
The
lot of
vendor hall
cool stuff.
is always something that I hit, but I've missed out on a lot of other stuff. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I have a bad back, but so I've missed out on a lot of other stuff. But I think this year maybe I'll start utilizing that stuff as a place to rest.
Mm-hmm. The funny thing is you technically don't have to have a ticket to Gen Con to go to the film festival.
Huh.
Truth.
Because
You also don't have to have a ticket to Gen Con to go to any of the events.
well, you do.
Yes, you do.
Oh, no.
You have to have the
Some of the
generic.
events. Sorry.
There's stuff that goes on outside.
Even the free events, Gen Con requires them to have, excuse me,
Generic tickets.
Yeah, generic tickets that are free.
But like you're supposed to be a generic ticket to get into the festival or whatever. However, most of the time people just walk in and out, and and it's at one of the hotels, so you can literally just walk into the hotel, walk in. I've seen several guests who were there who didn't know what Gen Con was.
They're like, what's going on?
What's going
Let's go
on?
check
They
this
walked
out.
in and sat down, and they were like, oh, wow. And they ended up being really cool about the whole, loving the films. And that made their whole weekend. They were able to watch
What
some
kind
cool
of films
stuff.
do they usually have? Do they usually have in there? Are they like game related, or is it just
they
indie
have
stuff? Or
geeky stuff, independent stuff. They have comedies, dramas, the whole 9 yards. Gamers, Hand of Fate. The whole Gamer series. The whole Dorkness Rising, Dork of the Rings, and all that stuff they've played there. Dead Gentleman and Zombie Orpheus. Yeah. Yeah, Zombie Orpheus. Zombie Orpheus. They have booth set up there where you can buy it, but buy their films. But they're also doing this stuff there. There's stuff like the Submerged Chronicles of Nira
nice.
films going on and whatnot. So it's definitely 4 days of movies and shorts and whatnot.
Cool.
We're streaming 2 this year.
Yeah.
Last year,
Yay!
I was in Withdrawn.
Tell the folks at home.
I was in Withdrawn. That's Saturday at 8 p.m. in the comedy block.
Okay.
And then we're screening the Richard Watson Files at 2 on Saturday.
I don't know why you guys just didn't call it Dick Watson.
Dick Watson.
Dick Watson.
Dick Wads? What?
That's
Dick
why.
Watson. Dick Watson.
And that's why. But yeah, that's another thing you should check out.
Am I
There's
going
just
crazy
so
or do I
much
hear
stuff.
music? Oh,
Ice cream truck.
it's an ice cream truck. Never
You're
mind.
having a stroke. Am I having a stroke? Is there an ice cream truck?
Am I going
around here?
crazy? I don't know. I'm hearing things and
Out of control. God. Yeah. Freaking
quit
yawning.
yawning. It's contagious and shit.
He got to get up early.
Oh, poor baby woke up at 1.
No, but yeah.
You go to hell. You go to hell. You die.
Are you conserving your energy for Gen Con?
I really am. I'm so lazy.
That's what Megan's doing. I asked her how her vacation was going, and she said, currently lazy. She's conserving her energy for Gen Con.
We've just been joined in studio by
Stockpiling.
But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff to do, a whole bunch of things going on. Those are my suggestions, and everybody else chimed in on different things. But those are my suggestions on what you should check out.
Yes.
Make
Make sure you keep an eye out for us. Our Geek Public Radio shirts were unavailable for this particular Gen Con. A lot of nonsense on our end, a lot of nonsense on the production end. So
Merlin ate them.
some technical difficulties. So we don't have any GPR shirts, but look for the guy, Big Tubby Guy. You guys have seen him on YouTube. You know what Topher looks like. You guys have seen
Really?
him on YouTube.
Did you just call him a big tubby guy?
I am.
I didn't say Big Tubby Guy.
Yes, you did.
That's Big Tubby
You
Guy.
absolutely
Big
did
tubby
just
guy.
say big tubby
Find the
guy.
big tubby guy in the black shirt, and then find the tall tubby guy. And then you'll see Jassel, myself, and Topher. We'll also have Shanzi with us. It was on the previous show while we were at the doing the on location Hoosier Girls. He'll be with us. So big Shanzi.
Speaking of
He'll be with us Thursday and Friday.
Speaking of on location, next week I do believe we're coming to you.
Yeah.
Recorded live.
There we go.
We'll be
We're gonna be
recording.
recording live at Game Exchange here in Anderson. So that'll be something really fun to do. We'll have Ken with us.
Their manager there, who is another original GPR.
Yeah, he's original OG.
Original OGPR.
He's
OGG.
He's an OG. He's an original geek.
He really is too. Ken has actually worked on a lot of projects from D&D to Pathfinder to even some of the Dystopia Rising.
Well, like I said,
sit-down
he was
stuff.
one of the founding members. Him and Shanzi and I were the founding members of GPR.
Yes.
So.
Oh my God, Chris, we get it. He tells us
And-
every day.
We will be able to pick his brain, and hopefully we'll see a few listeners out there. We'll be there
You're like an atheist. You just never stop talking about it.
We will be at Game
Like a
Exchange
vegan.
on Monday from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. This coming Monday.
So if you
So
are out and
post Gen
about,
Con.
if you're out and about and want to check us out,
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Gen Con stuff to talk about. Ken will be there with us, so he'll have a lot of Gen Con stuff to discuss too. So it'd be good Gen Con, or good post-Gen Con episode, plus we'll be promoting some of the cool stuff going on at Game Exchange.
And you could be awesome and bring us lunch, because
Which,
it'll be
by the
lunchtime
way,
when we're there.
they actually had they had a Pokemon Go, not really tournament, but a Pokemon Go.
It was a battle for downtown Anderson.
Yeah, that's it. That was Saturday. So they're big proponents of it. They're big in the gaming scene. They do a lot of stuff for the community. So it'd be a very fun time, I think, for everybody. I think everybody's going to enjoy the show. So something to look
it'll
forward
be
to.
interesting. Well, I think we're going to call this early
Yes,
so
we are.
we can
There's
get
so
ready.
much to do. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So we're going to go and get everything ready, and we will talk to you from the floor at Gen Con.
Oh my God. There's so much to do. I don't know.
So we'll see you there. This is Topher.
And Jessel.
Oh, crickets? No, we're supposed
And
to
Crazy
say my
Chris
name.
the asshole.
Yeah, I don't want to go yet though. Like I don't know. I don't feel like all of our Dorian fans are gonna get ready for Gen Con. Sorry.
And we will see you there. Peace out.
Good night.
Good night.